Everyone, welcome to Sketch a Day, Sci-Fi Sunday. We're gonna jump right in. I don't know what I'm doing today, so feel free to hit me up with ideas, suggestions, whatnot. Yeah, I've got about an hour, but I committed to be here. I am here. If you missed Friday's show, hopefully you had a chance to check it out. We did a little bit of review, portfolio stuff, like my old work, so that was fun. Had some good suggestions, good chat, good support and all that. So we're gonna kick things off with a little bit of sketch. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing exactly, so if I don't get a suggestion or have an idea, I'll just do a scribble challenge or something like that. So anyhow, let's kick things off. I'm gonna use Procreate again today. Maybe I'll switch to Fresco at some point, because I do like painting in Fresco. Super fun. All right. Also, if you have any questions, let me know. Hey, Tom. Hey, Jaden. What's up? Isra. Hello. Still need to get with you, Tom. Apologies. We'll figure out the Discord thing. It's a great idea. Maybe make the show a little bit more interactive. Have a chance for you to maybe show some stuff. Maybe you could pitch in as well. We'll see what works. All right. Okay. So I'm just gonna warm up, and while I warm up, if you have ideas, hey Wayne, what's up? It's Sci-Fi Sunday. I know. Well, I did ask my son. I was like, what should I sketch today? And he's like, do a mecha gerbil. So I was like, okay. Maybe I'll do something that is gerbil-esque, but not quite a gerbil, but maybe inspired by a gerbil. In terms of its look. I haven't done a robot in a minute. I feel like a legit robot drawing. So shout out and thank you to channel members and patrons. Yeah, after the stream I have to do a CAD model of a product that I'm working on for a client. I totally forgot. I was like, oh shoot. Promised I'll get it done by Monday. So I'm gonna work on that using Fusion 360. Unfortunately, I can't stream that because it's sensitive IP, intellectual property. But if you'd be interested in CAD streams, maybe I could do one of that. Well, not one of that, some more of that on the show here. Let's switch colors, just so my brain's not hurting too much. Just warming up with some ellipses. Keeping it chill. I've had a few people ask, "Hey, when do you normally stream?" And the simple answer is when I feel like it. But I do try to shoot for about 3 to 4 times a week. I think that's a good balance for me. Oh, you used to use Pro E. Nice. Gerbil cyborg. Yeah, I'll do something inspired by, but it'll be a robot for sure. Yeah, I have to be careful not to burn myself out. So that's why I think, as I've thought about it, why haven't you streamed as much lately? I just want to make sure I don't like overdo it, you know. So I think Sundays work for sure, for the most part. Definitely Monday, and then I think Wednesday and Friday. So that's kind of like Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, something like that. Wednesday or Thursday, I mean, and then Friday. So just kind of depends on what I've got going on. But thanks for understanding. Not freaking out too much. Back in the day, I actually did a podcast interview yesterday with, it's a weird thing to realize 15 years after I started ID sketching and Sketch-A-Day. Well, one, it's been that long. Two, there are people, and you know, honestly, when I started, I wondered, okay, what's the future gonna be like And will there be people who... I don't know. I was just wondering. I thought, what would the impact be? NYC everything. What's up? Hello. Are you at the gym again? Working out NYC everything, everyone. You're like... I think you're probably one of my biggest supporters is not a patron. So if you ever need something, let me know. I'll hook it up. But yeah, when I started Sketch a Day, I didn't know where it would go or what would happen. I'm gonna use the rough pencil. I'm at the point in the digital guide where I'm kind of going over the brushes and explaining what they are and what I use them for. So it's been fun working on that. Let's actually find a picture of a gerbil. I'm gonna do it on my computer here. Gerbil. Hopefully Mecha Art joins. Let me get some reference here. I've got a couple images. Cute little dudes. All right, hopefully this works. Cool. But yeah, let me know if you ever need anything, man. You're super supportive, so thank you. Okay, so we've got one there. I'm just gonna build a little reference sheet. And let's see. I just kind of want to get some different views. There's a website here on my screen. I would share it with you, but it's a bit awkward. Actually, I guess I could. I suppose I could. But yeah, there was this website. Let's see. Can I go back to search results? Oh, sure. Nope. Oh, let's just try gerbil and images. There was this funny website I saw. Not really funny, but amazing facts about gerbils. That one's interesting. Interesting picture. It's terrifying. Cute with a little hat. So yeah, I'm just trying to get the general shape here and get some inspiration, and then keep going. I found this series is actually pretty good. So you get a few different perspectives. And so I got some here. Mecha Art will be delighted. So it's going to be a robot, but just inspired by the shapes. Just inspired by the shapes and features. So, oh, there's a gerbil with its little BB. That's a cute one. You guys can't see it, but I can. All right, I think I'm just gonna roll with this. I don't want to have you sit watching me stare at a halfway empty screen. Hello, Marzi, Wayne, Pawan, Svetlana. Hello. Happy Sunday to you too. Tom already said hey. Jaden Isra, what's up? Kreis says mouse. Also, if you want to participate in the community and our weekly challenges, check out the weekly sketch challenge channel on the Discord. And I'm not sure what next week's is going to be. Usually one of our mods, Jordan, kind of runs it. So I'm open to suggestions or ideas for themes. So you can post ideas there. Patrons and members, if you're watching. I think I had asked... Why is this not working? I'm trying to open Discord and it's not working. Spilled water on my iPad. In case you're wondering why I have that expression on my face. Gerbil sketch days are your favorite. Hey, Lynette Moarmy, what's up? All right. Let's see. All right, so we might do creative combos, which is like take two unexpected products and just combine them together. Maybe I'll put together a list and then you guys can play with it. So, and then I'll give an example on Monday. So I think we'll do creative combos, and I'll explain what that's all about on Monday. Okay, so I'm gonna red line, blue line this, and then we'll do a tighter line sketch, and then maybe add some shading. But attending a bunch of streams, might have to cut watching. Oh, okay, no worries, it's all good. All right, so durable body. All right. Well, first of all, we gotta like decide, you know, what is the thing doing? Is it just kind of a maybe a few views or something? But I like kind of these the way the arms are in the front here. That's pretty cool. And then you've got, it looks like the legs are off to the side, kind of. If I were to do a front view, kind of looks like a chicken when we do it this way, actually. And then some sort of tail. So this type of sketch, I consider this to be just like a quick study, just to get the gist of something, and then maybe figure out from the side view, you know, just using a little oval here to kind of establish general proportion and whatnot. Let's keep it rough. I don't know if you all use overlays and underlays much, but it can be super helpful if you're you know, just working something out, trying to figure it out. Okay, so in terms of features and how I might want to interpret these, you know, there's the ear, there's the head. The head could almost be like a cockpit section, and then we could have some interesting part lines on this dude. I think separating the legs might help or be interesting. Just a little separation of the mass there. I'm just sketching over this view as we go, but maybe something separated here, and then we can kind of give some form to everything. Now the question is this like a self-contained robot thing, or looks like I did that on the same layer? Is this a self-contained like robot, or is this going to be something a human could get into? I gave a presentation at South by Southwest, and one of the things I taught or shared is that if you can sketch a box, you can draw anything, and I stand by that. So we're gonna experiment a little bit and see if we can do that. Sometimes with my sketching, I get stuck in a particular perspective too, so drawing a box can help force you to try a different perspective. All right, so just kind of map out a couple planes here. I feel like I need my canvas to be bigger. So in Procreate, you can resize your canvas. Again, that is going to affect the number of layers you can have, and in my case, let's see, canvas information, layers, I'm down to 19 maximum layers, so I have 13 available. So I'm just gonna have to be mindful and either merge layers down, for example, just keep it tight. But I'm not too worried here, not too worried. It's a gerbil nester. Hey Sam, what's up? You had a 6 gerbil? Says Nestor. Not sure what a 6 gerbil is. Is that like a size? Do they come in different like standard sizes? So you had like a size 6 gerbil? Is that what you're saying? So I'm probably gonna just do one sketch today because this is gonna take a minute to figure things out. All right, so here's a little bit of that perspective guide. All right, so I might do something like this. Let's see how accurate. Yep, I'm okay there on the halfway point. All right, so now we have like halfway points and a few guidelines here. So let's make a new layer. And now start to rough this out. So all depends on relative position, what we're doing. I'm just gonna start with this rough shape. Just rough it out. When in doubt, rough it out. You know the drill. Kind of want it more facing me though, so maybe my perspective grid needs to change a bit. I want to see more of the front of the thing. Yeah, it's a little bit more rotated. Kind of like the idea of these being like some sort of ports on the front, and then the arms could like come out of the ports. So yeah, when in doubt, rough it out, slide till you get it right, all that good stuff. I'm gonna modify or change the feet a little bit. Although it's starting to look like a freaking chicken now. It's starting to look like a chicken, so I'm gonna start over. Because I don't want it to be a chicken. It's not a chicken, it's a gerbil. Hey Luciano. What's up? Luciano Bove. If you like car sketches, check out Luciano's YouTube channel. It's pretty awesome. All right, so the goal here is to make this not look like a chicken. So I've got to figure out how to do the legs. Let's take a look here. So if I look at the gerbil, it looks like kind of got this mass here. And then the leg comes out, right? Something like that. So maybe this needs to be more up or something. It's hard to make this not feel like a chicken. But don't worry, I'll pull some stuff out of these lines. Just trying to be a little expressive here. Figure out what we're doing. Maybe the head's turned more towards us or something. And the ears could just be some little extensions, perhaps. And like I said, it depends on if this thing has a cockpit or not. You know, is it... And the eyes, you know, maybe the eyes tie into the ear here. The ear shape. And then we could have some sort of nose shape. Okay, I'm starting to like this a little bit better. I'm still iffy on the... Hey Kurt. Kurt says, I've been watching for a few weeks, love the channel. What are some tips for someone going into graphic design? I would say saturate yourself with content, you know, familiarize yourself with what is contemporary. I'm not a graphic designer, but when working on a graphic design project, I try to just kind of check to see what's out there. You know, check to see what's out there. It's okay to look up examples, but saturate yourself in it is what I would suggest. And just because you're doing graphic design doesn't mean you can't or don't sketch. Like even when I'm doing logos for clients, I will oftentimes start with a sketch on paper before I go into... These arms are kind of weird. I mean, I'm trying to create the similar effect here on the gerbil. Like if you look at the gerbil's arms here, for example. Am I drawing on the right layer? I don't even know if I'm drawing on the right layer, but there's these little arms, right? So I'm trying to like capture some of that. Maybe I need a hump in the back, right? So just taking that gesture. So you got these two lines. So maybe the back needs to come up a bit and then in. I'm just gonna draw through the back so I kind of have a sense here. Yeah, so maybe the back needs to come in a little bit. If you're sketching too and you just want to work quickly, you can also like go to warp in Procreate and then just like move things around. So if I want this guy to be more bottom heavy, I could do that. Play with the shapes if you want. I'm not saying I'm going to leave this. I'm just showing you an example here how you can distort things. It actually looks pretty sinister. You know, his head's like a little bit more like that. Actually turned out okay. All right, cool. So I'm gonna correct a little bit of my distortion work here. Let's erase a bit of this. And then I really do want to figure out the arms. So I'm going to spend some time on the arms. I think the legs, I can pull something out of this. I'm not so worried, or as worried, I should say, as I was before. I think I can pull something out. And if there's a specific part you want to warp, you can just make that selection and then warp it. I'm doing good, Vasish. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Blessings to you too, Latrice. What's up? Thanks, Jordan. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in, Jordan, one of our mods. Okay, so I want to do these arms. Like I said, there's kind of a... like the gerbil has its arms forward. I mean, these could be guns if we wanted, but I kind of want them to be arms. Maybe there are guns here or something that we can work in, like some sort of weapon thing here, and then maybe on the back add some structure there, and then definitely on this face I'm going to refine some of these shapes, right, and kind of tie it all together. It's almost a bit like, I don't know if Luciano's still watching, but it's almost a bit like car design where you extend lines through and try and find, at least aesthetically. I might be able to, Tom. I might be able to. Usually I'm like completely drained at the end of a stream. Many people don't know this, but I'm an introvert, and when I'm like super social or put things on, I get so drained at the end. But yeah, we can do a quick test if it's not gonna take too long. We can do that. All right, so maybe there's a pivot this way, and then we have arm thing here or something. I'm trying to make this not feel so stiff. So even like this other leg, maybe it sticks out a little bit. Just trying to loosen it up a little bit. Character design for a sequel to movie G-Force about gerbil spies. Maybe so. Maybe so. We'll definitely get the tail in here. I just have to figure out, okay, do I want it in front? And then maybe up to just finish out the drawing, or maybe it just goes behind, like so, and then up. You know, standard mechanized tentacle tail thing. All right, I think I have enough. I think I'm there. So I hope you enjoyed watching me work through these problems. Now I'm gonna take this whole thing and let's shrink it a little bit. So let's shrink that. And now I can take a new layer, 2-finger tap on this layer below, lower the opacity, and jump to black. I know, he's totally missing out. He's totally missing out, but it's all good. Okay, so now I'm gonna pull these shapes and try and do a little cleaner sketch here. All right, so I don't use Streamline. Boom, I've got it set to none. Streamline is just a way in Procreate. You notice how the line looks almost like jello as I'm sketching here? It's a way for the app to kind of help you, and you can kind of see what happens. So there it is with Streamline on, there it is with Streamline off. So depending on how much expressiveness you want, you can apply that. But I don't use Streamline, so it takes me a little longer, but I also appreciate the challenge. In case anyone was wondering, do I use Streamline? So yeah, Tom, the stream should wrap in about 30 minutes here. And then, yeah, let's just give it a quick go and see how it works. You can teach me the things. Also, no problem if you use Streamline or like to use it. Nothing wrong with that. It's just a personal thing, personal challenge. Maybe when I get a little bit older and my hands get even shakier, I will try and use it or something. If you're just joining, this is Sketch A Day Live. Thanks for hanging out. being a part of the Sci-Fi Sunday stream. On Sundays, I like to do sci-fi stuff. You know, I grew up reading a lot of, not reading, but more so admiring my brother's comic books. Just love all things sci-fi, love robots, so I love doing sci-fi things. I'm an industrial designer by training, I should say. Do I start incorporating line weight on this layer? Yes. It's a good question. Thank you for asking. I do incorporate line weight. I'm also trying to be a little bit expressive as I go. So here you can see, you know, there's line weight there and there. I'll adjust it as I go. I don't want to be too heavy-handed with it though, with the line weight, so just depends on how I'm feeling, I guess. One thing as well with sketching is just knowing based on the scale you're sketching at. So I'm sketching really small right there, so I'm not paying as close attention to some details. I added a few things, so I'm gonna add those in here. Now I've got to imagine, okay, what does the inside of this leg look like? Is there some articulation thing where this can come out? I don't know, man. There's probably some shape like that. Actually, this would need to connect to the main body is what would need to happen. So how many fingers or digits does a gerbil have? Let's see. Let's check in on our reference here. Okay, so we got, looks like 5, right? It's got a little hand or whatever, paw. Cute little paw. I didn't get inception. I didn't get it. So this one down here, I think I'll do some sort of clenched paw pose. Might need to move that though, so oops. Freehand, come on, there we go.
I use comparisons to Hitler to win arguments on the internet at the drop of a hat.
So here I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing, so I'm just sketching a little lighter, and then I'll use the line weight to bring things out as necessary. So that's why I'm kind of switching up a little bit here. So I didn't really refine this entirely. I don't know if I want to do something all the way across or just... I also just realized I never did finish that photo mash mountain goat woman climbing something, so I'll have to revisit that at some point. Mecha is nowhere to be seen. I know. Well, hey, maybe he'll come back and watch. Who knows? Maybe. Who knows? I feel like this needs to move. So I'm gonna move this like here. All right. Now we're cooking with the gas. That feels better. I've got this like chest bump out thing here. Maybe this comes back, and then this leg be on this side like so. So we kind of got this mass right here, here, balancing each other out. Perspective. All right. Perspective stuffs. So that's kind of how I'm thinking about it as I draw, right? Yep, he can rewatch the stream, exactly, Tom. But it's just funny because the one day, and I did ask my son, it's like, I don't know what I'm gonna draw today. He was like, what about that gerbil guy? Do some sort of mecha gerbil. I was like, okay. Sounds fun, because I figured he'd be here, but they have whiskers, right? Pretty sure they do. So I'm not sure of the terminology, but I assume mecha means that it, like a human could pilot the thing, right? That's just my assumption, but if I'm mistaken. Or does it just mean like giant robot thing? He displays immense wisdom. He's a cool kid. What up, Lions? Good to see you. But yeah, he's a cool kid. They're currently learning how to play chess. So yeah, I'm pretty sure there are whiskers. Okay, I was like, I'm hoping I'm drawing out the right layer. That's what I was just thinking. All right. Making some progress. Making some progress.
I stole a penny from the bank. I cried during a powder boy.
Large armored robot, typically controlled by a person riding inside the robot itself. Gotcha. That's what I figured. So I'll do some sort of cockpit thing here in a bit. All right, maybe I'll look up. I'll look up just so I have some visual cues here. Let's look up a mecha. And let's see. Okay. Mecha. Why is Elon Musk there? Weird. So here's some examples of different mecha. Let's see if we can pull some visual cues here. Might be color breaks. It might be shapes. Whatever. There's a head. This kind of looks like the gerbil a little bit. I can work some of that. Work some of that sauce in. Yeah, we can work some of this in. All right. So it might be the part break, things like that. How some of these fit together. This feels less like the traditional. This is what I would consider. I think this is a Gundam, right? I think. I could be mistaken. And there's our gerbils. So just trying to pull some of these cues. It might be vents, might be shapes, lights, things like that. I'll try and pull that into the sketch as well. All right. I was just trying to think, okay, this side piece here, you know, maybe there is some sort of cannon or something we can work in. Perhaps. Just rough this out first and then I'll tune it up. Could also be like some sort of booster or something. Mecha gerbil. Maybe this has like a cover that like slides off or something. I don't know why, but maybe it does. So it's on a separate layer just because I'm kind of exploring and I don't want to mess up the main sketch necessarily. At least not yet. So that's why it's on a separate layer. Yeah, see, I don't like that. So if I had done that on the main layer, I could just undo actually. If I had done that on the main layer, then yeah, it would be a lot harder to fix that. I'm undoing because I want to restore. Yep, there we go. Restore that little bit. All right. So maybe I'll just, oops, keep this. Like so. Sorry, let me just get past this part and I'll get a little bit more talkative. So maybe something like that. This one, I'm not gonna necessarily, let me think. Okay, if there's one on this side, maybe we just see a little bit of it here. So we could have that in place, and we'll just keep adding some part lines to a few things. All right, so now I'm satisfied. I'm just gonna merge these down, and then now I can kind of work on the same layer, same stuff here.
I don't know her. I don't know her.
So some part lines here for panels. There we go. All right. Turn off the layer below and you can kind of see what I'm doing here with this process. So, you know, red, blue sketch, drop opacity, lines over. Hey, Felix, good to see you. Shout out again and thank you to NYC Everything for the super chat. All right, keep going. Hopefully there are no aberrant lines in this one that are driving you crazy, but if there are, let me know and I'll try and fix them. Hello, Phil. Oh, cool. So did you happy to give feedback? Did you try any of those suggestions? And how did that go? I guess hopefully you saw the difference. And hopefully that made sense. And no worries if you missed the stream, you can always catch the replay, right? So it's all good. This is an ode to Mecha art, I guess, this stream today. Doing a mechanized mecha gerbil. Oh, you're in Martine's class. Cool. He's really good. So you're in good hands, man. Martine Vandeville. Vandeville? Hope I'm pronouncing that accurately. Line says, so far so good. I'm not much of a if you haven't noticed, you've been watching me for a while now. I'm not really like a tight line sketcher in general. So by tight line I mean like super neat, clean. Like there's people who do that. I'm just too lazy. At least that's what I tell myself. Too lazy for that. Okay, no shading, Spencer. No shading. Alright, that's looking pretty good.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's looking pretty good. See, Tom, I'm already feeling like exhausted. So it's like draining. I enjoy it. I'm not lamenting streaming or anything. I just it takes me a minute to recover post stream. And so sometimes people will like message me after, not like you guys, but other people will message me after I stream and I'm like, I need time to recover and recoup. Like Sundays my sister likes to hang out with me, for example, but probably won't today. All right, let's add a little bit of line weight here. This will help bring the leg in front just with the lines. And I think for this, I'm just gonna do gray shading, maybe a couple color. Oh yeah, I know lines. I know what you meant. It was just like a little confusing there. So hopefully, it's also hard. I will say, like I'm not being as careful mirroring the arms as I should be. Maybe I should do a little bit of mass here. But yeah, my plan is to just do so similar to this Mecha. So if you can see how it has like light and dark spots, I'm gonna kind of do that with this and then add a couple color pops and call it good. So coloring should go fairly quickly with this guy. And now I'm gonna do the tail. I'll do this on a separate layer. And I'm intentionally kind of breaking the form here as I go. My clothes are dry. Intentionally breaking the form here to give it more of a segmented feel. Something like that, and maybe I can have some pieces like this in there. Couple of dark spots, like so. Help that segment out. Maybe there's a tail cannon or something. Or some sort of, it's a tailticle. I don't know. Maybe I'll leave that alone for now. It's kind of weird, but could do that. Tailticle. It's like a tentacle, but a tail. little line weight here to kind of separate things out. All right, so if this is a mecha that's piloted, maybe there's like a little pivot hinge type thing here so that this could actually open like a cockpit, so I can maybe sketch this in, have this line here just follow through. So this whole thing like basically, you know, pivots up and could open. All right, so then the other question is, I guess the other digit would be under here, but how big is this thing? Yeah, how big is it? Is it the size of a, like, is this a city building or something? City block? Right, scale is important, right? So being able to oh, sorry, I thought I was still sharing my screen, my bad. I looked up and I was like, oh crap. Hey, Mecha Art, what's up? The world is in balance. Yeah, I asked my son, what should I sketch today for Sci-Fi Sunday? And he was like, Dad, you should do a mecha gerbil. I was like, okay. And I figured you'd be here like at the beginning of the stream, so I'm glad to see you. I don't know if they have opposing thumbs. Do they? Probably not. But it's okay. It's a mecha gerbil. We can do whatever we want. Alright, I'm trying to decide how I want to finish off the nose here, because I want it to feel like the nose of a gerbil, but not like be obviously the nose of a gerbil. So I'm trying to think through a little bit. What would this look like? That seems okay. Yeah, that seems okay. So yeah, cockpit. Yeah, it depends, because if you have like full-sized human in here, then it's not really that big. So it's almost like there would be decks on the inside or something. Is this a separate layer? Okay. It's almost like there would be decks. Maybe this portion comes way down and there's like a little slit or something. And this armor plating on the head. So maybe we change this to armor plating. Definitely a gerbil pilot. Nah, I don't like that after all. I'm just gonna cut this up. Sorry, I just got a little message here. Give me a sec. All right. Hello, Mystery. Welcome. I'm assuming it's Mecha Art piloting it. Ooh. Is Mecha Art a gerbil? We don't know. And I don't think we ever will know, really. Could be a gerbil. Could be. So I'm gonna try and use mostly flat colors here in the shading. Yeah, maybe this comes in. There's a tiny window or something down here, in here rather. And this is where our gerbil pilot is hanging out. Not our gerbil pilot, but the pilot of the Mecha gerbil hangs out in here or something. This little cockpit. So I'm spending a ridiculous amount of time on this little detail because it really doesn't or shouldn't matter when I zoom out. So I'm just trying to hint at, okay, there's someone in here. Maybe there's some sort of side panels or something in this cockpit. All right, so now when we zoom out, there it is, our little pilot hanging out. Trying to decide. I need to resolve this somehow, so I'm trying to figure out how to resolve it. So that's why when I draw, sometimes you might see me like extend a line through, and that's because I want to try and essentially visually tie things in where possible. Let's go ahead and merge these down. All right. So I want to tie things in where possible is really what I'm trying to do. So it feels, cohesive. So if this line were to run through, for example, I might change the way this line runs and some of these details. And also look at, okay, we've got this line here. Maybe that goes like so. Or maybe we do, okay, I'm a little bit off here on my cockpit, so I'm gonna have to, because I don't want to redraw this. I'm gonna make a selection here and see what we can do. So I'll scale this over, and we'll distort this slightly. Yeah, I don't want to redraw it, so now I can just kind of touch up some of the lines, particularly because it's not like a major detail. We could do something like that, and then now here, you know, I could have this come back down like so, and then we can clean up, just so that everything kind of follows these lines. So see how I did that? Actually kind of worked out in the sense that this line shoots across, so there's an implied line right there. A little bit of design theory, design aesthetics on our Mecha gerbil. Didn't think you'd get that, but here we are. Thanks for joining me on Sketch Day Live. Sci-Fi Sunday. Having fun. All right. So I think I'm pretty much to a point now where I'm gonna add, you know, I'll probably touch up line weight as we go here and there, but now I'm just gonna do my solid color scheme that I wanted to do. And I don't know, Mecha, do you have any favorite colors? Since you're here, now I can consult with you and ask. Do you have any favorite colors or any preference? Just for an accent color, because most of this I'm gonna do just kind of gray. Gundam or Macross vibes. Yeah, that was the idea. I don't know what your favorite style is, but I did show some reference earlier. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I think, is let's just create. I don't wanna draw over my sketch. That would not be good. So while you pick an accent color, I'm just gonna create a little outline here. So the reason for this is so I can just go ahead and drag and drop the color, and then it'll just fill this all in. That's why I'm going through this trouble with the outline. I'm not being super careful. If I turn off the sketch lines, you'll kind of see what I mean. It's not super careful. And then now, you just drag and drop, and I've got my base color. It's a little bit dark, so I'm gonna lighten it up. And then now on top of that, I can take a darker value and then just shade in some of these spots. Again, solid colors here, not doing any sort of actual shading. I choose the colors, okay. Just thought I'd check if you had a favorite. Sometimes Procreate likes to crash, fair warning. As I'm doing color fills. Also, these legs are totally both different, but don't pay attention to that. I just realized, oh wow, they're actually different. I'm sure someone will call me out. Well, actually, not you, because you're watching along with me, but I mean, usually when I post on Instagram, someone will say, that's wrong. And I go, okay, cool. So yeah, I may add some more detail on some of this, some of these shapes here. Maybe it's just mechanical things or whatever, but I'll throw that in after I get past this phase. This is fun though, because now we get to like block certain things in, you know, so maybe that dark spot is the nose, for example. It'll be durable. All right. Let me see. Just shade the tail end because it's going to be darker. Now I might take another dark color here, and on a new layer, just kind of go over some spots that I would want to be even darker. Maybe something like that. I've been digging white and orange lately, so I think I'm gonna do that in terms of color. Just accent color, not like big swaths or sections. But we're in the home stretch. You may not think so, but we're in the home stretch here. All right, so like I mentioned, I might want to add some more details. So like in here, for example, maybe I just want some sort of mechanical stuff. Not sure why this vital part of the robot would be exposed, but looks cool. Maybe it's for cooling or something. This leg section. But essentially just kind of functions as a little bit of texture. I can kind of do the same thing over here. Might just be paneling something out. All right. So maybe a little texture there. Unification of white and black gradient colors, quite relaxing, neutral. Awesome. Yeah, so I'm thinking just orange accents. So let's go ahead and pick some orange here. And now on a new layer, let's pick a couple spots. Then I may add just a little bit of texture, like scratches, stuff like that, dust here and there, but just a little bit of accent action here. And maybe this piece. Okay, and you gotta do the teal glow in a couple spots, right? Gotta do the teal glow. Just because it's cool. Just because it's cool. Let's see, where else do I want to put these? Some here. All right, and for our last trick, I'm just gonna use a white airbrush. Just hit a couple spots. This is a highlighter brush, so it just has a strong core. It works really well on edges. Can bring out some details. So I'll do a little bit of this, maybe some dark, and we should be mostly good. So now I can kind of switch. I'll do a new layer. Do this below. Because light next to dark gives 3D appearance. Alright, if you're careful with it. And also if you know what you're doing. Or have a rationale for it, I should say.
I didn't get Inception. I didn't get Inception.
Alright, so this is one spot where I think I could do with a little bit more of this gray, so I'm going to jump back to my round brush. Just kind of hit this on the inside here.
Comparisons to Hitler to win arguments on the internet at the drop of a hat.
Yes, neon orange and teal are pretty fun. And I'm gonna lighten up the base layer. So if I just jump to my magic wand here, go to curves for this layer, I can bring out these values as much as I want or bring them down. All right, so I'm just gonna bring them up just a little bit. And then for the final touch, let's add, I mean, in Procreate, for example, you have like abstract brushes you could use. So if I want to add some scratches or something, you can kind of play with it. So when you zoom in, right, it's got a little bit of texture to it. So we can do something like that. Just here and there, and then you can play with stuff, or if you want, what is this one? See, I don't even know what this is. Storm Bay, interesting. And if we wanted like a water effect or something, looks like. Maybe we can just play with it and go real light. So it's like a really light, almost stain on our gerbil here. Forgot this little area, so I'm gonna go back to my Sketchaday brushes and just hit this dark spot. All right, so maybe something like that. And then for extra effect, if you want, we can add some like arrows or text or whatever. It just depends on the style you're going for. Yeah, I'm gonna upload this after the stream, Mecha, so don't worry. Just check the the Google Drive folder. Sorry, little brain fart there. Just check the Google folder, and you should have it. Okay, last little bit here. I'm just gonna throw some texture on, just overall. Right, so now when you look at it, there's at least some bit of texture in here. Right, so something like that. Missed a few opportunities for shading, so I'm just gonna throw those in. Okay, so there you go. Yeah, I'll jump in if it just takes like a minute or two. I'm like exhausted, so happy to jump in. It's not gonna take too long. All right. Woo! Sorry everyone. Tired now. Partied too much yesterday. Okay, so that is our Mecha gerbil for the stream today. Thank you for your patience, for hanging out. I'll upload this to the the Google Drive that we have for channel members and patrons if you want to support. And thank you and welcome to our new patrons. We do have a few new people I should mention. I just want to say thank you for your support. Pardon me. Thank you for your support and, you know, showing that you care. I appreciate you. I sure appreciate you. Sure appreciate you. So welcome Thomas and Nestor as well. Thank you. And I believe, let's see. I believe there was a, was it Vivek that supported as well? Maybe not. Maybe you changed your mind. Anyhow, thank you so much for your support. High five. Much love. Matt as well. Matt O'Connor. So thank you. And Femke, new patrons. If you haven't yet, hit me up and I'll add you to the Discord server. Just a little, we have a little private channel for chat, and I'm hoping to integrate that into the Fan Friday show specifically after a chat with Tom here. So thanks everyone. Remember, passion is a process. Thank you for hanging out. Definitely give it a try. Share your work. Next week we're going to be doing creative combos, so I'll come up with a list of ideas or things you can combine thematically anyways, and then I'll kind of show you what I mean on tomorrow's stream. All right, take care, peace out, and have a happy Sunday.